Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Zmore the Dad in DPS, and we are back with another episode of the good, the scrap, and the script. And with the recent update of the pit, we are continuing with weapons that we have from that expansion. Either way guys, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. It's tool time. Now, this is a weapon I've wanted to test for a long time. We've not had legendary versions of it. I've made comments about using it to kneecap people. Either way, this is an anti-armor, faster swing speed, 1 strength drill, and we're going to see how well it does with the melee build I'm currently using. I'm actually working on an auto-attack melee build, and I'm testing a bunch of different things, and today is no different. Now, the thing about the drill, or really any auto-attacking weapons, is the fact that they have the AP cost range on them. However, from what you guys have been telling me, this one's actually quite good with a certain ability in the melee tree that the others aren't really great with. The Ripper being like the other one that you could, I suppose, say works quite well. So when it comes to the drill and any of the auto-attack melee weapons, typically they aren't very good in VATS, on the basis that it uses a lot of AP by standard. However, due to suggestions by some people, this one is actually quite usable in it. The Ripper is possibly the other one that can deal with it. Though what I have found is that it can be a little bit buggy, and in some occasions when you use it with VATS, you can get very poor results. But you're seeing it's making relatively quick work of these super mutants in and out of VATS. Because of the nature of the weapon, it's very easy to aim it for headshots, which is something that melee weapons typically have a lot of problems with. Aiming for those headshots is just not a great ability. But this one is just perfect for it. And I think that's the best thing to do is, you know, aim for the brain and steal their knowledge. So this build is pretty self-explanatory. It's your general kind of melee build. We've been over this multiple times. It's just me using the melee build I'm used to using. However, we have put back hack and slash into the legendary perks because, I mean, 50% chance for melee VATS attacks to do area damage is fairly OP on a weapon that spams attacks like it's going out of fashion. It's worked so far. It certainly has worked so far. Now, we come up against Jeff here. The thing about Jeff is I think this will be able to kill him. I'm more concerned about the queen. The biggest problem is you can't really get a headshot on this weapon on the queen. But with Jeff, I can sort of just destroy his ankles. And then the water gets in the way, which is the most annoying part. But you're seeing, oh, he's blocking. He's blocking it. That is really weird. I've never seen that block animation come up there. If he didn't block that he would already be... Ah, he's in the water, that's why. Come on, you dick. There we go. I was wondering why I couldn't get hit. Now, the stagger from enemies is relatively annoying with that. He would have died a lot sooner there if it wasn't for the fact that he just sat there and blocked it like a bitch. Either way, Jeff, I drilled your kneecaps. Now we move on to my least favourite enemy when we are on a melee build, and that is the stupid Mirelurk Queen. Come on, wake up. There we go. As you're seeing, you do decent damage to her. Like, she actually does take some decent hits. But unlike with your other builds, the real issue you have against her is that you aren't really getting you aren't really getting, oh god, what is that thing? You aren't really getting the same level of ability to hide and the ability to avoid attacks. She also has poison, she has all manner of different things. She's a big old pain in the butt. So you kind of have to use hit and run tactics. If she gets a good hit on you, if you get some radiation damage, go back, heal, just get out of the way and come back in for some attacks. Try and get behind her, ideally, and kind of go from that angle. She's going down, like I'm killing her, and this isn't a vampire weapon, so there is that as well. So yeah, that went really well, in fact. Can I get a good hit on you? There we go. It's weird, the queen didn't kill me. The Mirelurk did. Oh well. And as usual, we come to daily ops. Now, how do I think this weapon's going to do? I think it's going to do fairly well. Let's be honest, the only time that melee tends not to do incredibly well in daily ops is when you are in a situation involving the armor-piercing enemies on a decryption day. Typically, these weapons do really well on any other day because you don't instantly drop. Now, we are up against the communists today in this daily op, and if they will come at me, yeah. I scooped out his goo. Come here, you. Give me those brains. You're seeing, it's taking out enemies with absolutely no hassle whatsoever. Now, don't get me wrong, these are all fleshy, weak enemies, like most enemies in daily ops that are humanoid, with the exception of some, but they are going down fairly quick. You're able to kill things fairly easily. I don't think you'll have trouble with this weapon in daily ops whatsoever. And when it comes to what I'm getting back in terms of stim packs and ammo, I mean, if I was farming ammo using this weapon, I could easily just farm all types of ammo. Get stim packs, get all manner of different things. It's just going to work really well. I think these types of weapons work really, really well on non-decryption days and uplink or whatever it's called, upload, for daily ops, because you just have the advantage against enemies. They can't really do much against these weapons. And I'd be really happy if this was actually a vampire one. If it was vampire, I mean, I would be nigh immortal. The fact is, it uses so little AP, I can use it for a lot longer than I can the bigger versions of this weapon. And even with the robots, you're seeing they're going down relatively quickly as well. Nothing, and I do mean nothing, stands a real chance against the DPS of this weapon. It's more just the proximity to certain enemies that gets you in the long run. So let's thank our chosen undead first. We have Golty, Deofane Gaming, the BDP, Bubba Doodle Mom, TFE Archive, Philip Duda, Call, PT Buns, Devilman Games, and Peggy McKnight, as well as our dad's army members, White Blackburn Wars, me, Colin G, Matazbo, Numpty, Sickleman, James Colshard, Prophet 7. Back, Country Boy Stevens, Reaper Gaming 92, Victrix, Evil Rat, Blue Eagle Productions, and Prince Julius. Big thanks to each and every one of you. I hope you're still enjoying the content. So yeah, today's weapon I think is absolutely fantastic. This is the thing about melee weapons, and especially these new weapons, Fallout 76. They are very, very good. And we're still figuring out how to use them properly. But I'm looking forward to figuring that out. And with that, guys, I'll catch you next time in the Wasteland.